robots, food wrapped in cellophane. Don't know how to work to yourself. Cosmetics and surgery, computers are cowards, building a silicone hell. Nothing is natural, and we are actually crying in skies in our minds. Don't fix what's not broke. How much can be solved with calculus and aerial design? Living in a perfect world, living in a perfect world. So we are made, living in a perfect world. Land is for everyone, utilize everything. The Indians had it all right, but the white man coming, his riches he plummet. The natives, they don't even fight buffalo slave. What kind of fish things? The animals have no use, and soon all that's left, something but death, electronics, and human refuse. Living in a perfect world, living in a perfect world. So we'll all be living in a perfect world. You say that it'll all be worth it because we'll be living in a world of perfection. This is gay through our revolution. The big solution's not too far, it's soon to come. But nature offers the only perfection. There's luxury to be found in human life. Where humanity has traveled is far from perfection, and far from anything close to right. So we're all living in a perfect world. Living in a perfect world. So we will all live in a perfect world. Believe your life. Believe your life. There's a part of intellect which can lead to arrogance, a smaller part of ignorance. You're pushing, there's no way you can agree on something. You know you're always right, and you can't hear a thing. A common situation which can lead to confrontation, cause of all educated assholes who suffer from constipation. Who's right? Who's wrong? It can really matter when we be singing out aggression. So much difference being said about anything ever read about humanity's flaws. You say you know you're right, he says he knows you're wrong. It's not the same as before. You say you know you're right, he says he knows you're wrong. It's not the same as before. Try to keep it in, but body's learning to think, so you're trying to force it away to money. Here's what you say. Try to keep it in, but the body's learning to think, so you're trying to force it away to money. Here's what you say. Live in aggression, ha ha ha, live in aggression. You gotta keep it in, but live in aggression. So what you gotta say, but don't try to make others follow and obey. Listen up, listen up. You know the violence in the car, you wanna help, and you're gonna help. So what if they don't want it? If you tell them how to do it, just keep telling them how to do it. Maybe they'll see it too, and then all of us will get through it. Got to hear me now, got to hear me now. Got to hear me now. Listen up, listen up. Gotta follow me, I don't care what you think. I'll keep the machine running smooth. You say you know you're right, he says he knows you're wrong. It's not the same as before. You say you know you're right, he says he knows you're wrong. It's not the same as before. You try to keep it in, but body's learning to think, so you're trying to force it away to money. Here's what you say. You try to keep it in, but body's learning to think, so you're trying to force it away to money. Here's what you say. Live in aggression, ha ha ha, live in aggression. You gotta keep it in, but live in aggression. Say what you gotta say, but don't try to make others follow and obey. Too much aggression, too much aggression. You think that other way, but you're only the thing. You got some good ideas, but you're trying to pitch it. What you don't really do, you gotta pitch it. If it's really there, if it's really there, and if not, so what that is still. Too much aggression, too much aggression. Got some good intentions, but don't push them in, you know. Hitler try to do it, Mussolini try to do it, the Marxists try to do it, and look what they did. They put Stalin on the map, they put Lenin on the map, took the Soviet Union right off the map. You know, we've all got some ideas about the world's wars, but if we cut out the aggression, there will be a better cause. We could just sing, we could just sing. If we cut out the aggression, there will be a better cause. We could just sing, mala, na, mala, na, mala, na, la 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 la, mala, na, mala, na, mala. Now listen up again. Pushing through a shove leads to a gun leads to a war. Nowadays you Can you sure about who it is you're talking to? What's your social attitude? Are they really what they seem like is minded to the core? Sympathetic, gotta be on your guard and always ready for someone to fuck. It says you're out of luck. Up on it, there's a part of intellect which can lead to arrogance, a smaller form of ignorance. You say you know you're right, he says he knows you're wrong. It's like the same as before. You say you know you're right, he says he knows you're wrong. It's like the same as before. You try to keep it in nobody's learning to think, so you try to flush it away, nobody hears what you say. You try to keep it in nobody's learning to think, so you try to flush it away, nobody hears what you say. Live in aggression, ha ha ha, live in aggression. You gotta keep it in, live in aggression. So what you wanna do, don't try to make others follow or obey. Live in aggression, ha ha ha, live in aggression. You gotta keep it in, live in aggression. So what you wanna do, don't try to make others follow or obey. I was young when I was young. That was all when I was one. I was young when I was young. What is it? I'm taking a turn, and you're like giving up. What is it? I'm doing up. You don't say I'm not. What is it? I'm taking a turn, and you're like giving up. What is it? I'm doing up. You don't say I'm not. It was a pretty big dragon. No, I'm not just bragging. It was a pretty big dragon. No, I'm not just bragging. What happened? 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 Why? So you wanna be good, I'm gonna talk to how excited we live in the living. You can't get nothing, life free and no one's nothing up to me. So you wanna be good, but you know where to be and that meaning life being complete. I heard that wanna be good, it's not the best, it's really what we got. Really good, make my body really even feel I want that. So you wanna be good, you lose your way, all you need to do is find yourself up to her. So you think you're touching it, you know you're watching the shit, and you wanna be good, but your friend, you won't believe, that's gonna have to be broken too. I heard that if you wanna be good, it's not the best, it's really what we got. Really good, make my body really even feel I want that. So you wanna be good, and time for them, you achieve a drug, it's all about take out the steps, what you do, say what's smart, blues, they wanna be good, they got to show you the way, and every dance with a price, that's right. I heard that if you wanna be good, it's not the best, it's really what you got. Really good, make my body really feel I want that. So you wanna be good, about to talk out, inside the way of the building, you can't get nothing to buy free, and nobody wants to me, so you wanna be good, you know where to get like me, like me, goes Lucifer and me, it's not the best, it's really what we got, really good, anybody really, but we'll work it out. And you know better go and never tell them if they should or shouldn't, if they should or shouldn't. And you know better go and never tell them if they should or shouldn't, if they should or shouldn't. Can't run, better go and never tell them if they should or shouldn't. If they should or shouldn't. Don't know how to change my ways.
Got a can of Coke in my right hand, got a can of Spam in my left hand. I open it up when I don't want to smell nothing. Cook it up with a jelly roll and egg moment. This is how we flow in the studio, reaping what we show, hanging out with Sheryl Crow. Yo, how the rest go? Bubble and bam, you gotta eat your spam.